wanted to just sort of probe you on what you said about a national identity card system, because it seems to me, I mean, surely we're not suggesting that we can't actually improve this kind of scrutiny without a national identity card system. There are other ways of establishing and knowing your customer.
Absolutely. I think my point there was just to say countries that do have that have been able to go further and faster as a result of having that underlying infrastructure. But no, absolutely you can do that. We have brought down the cost of identifying people in this country very rapidly. Look about KYC for new banking and sort of taking a video of yourself. Like, we have a lot of technology to do this. There are lots of ways to achieve that end. It does not have to be done through the corporate trust and service provider industry. It simply doesn't.
Can I ask around the issues of the register as it exists just now? Because there's lots of things on there that are inaccurate, deliberately false, misusing people's personal information and addresses. How much do you feel that the Companies House has to actively go back into that register and figure out what's wrong with it and put it right?
There's going to be a lot of remedial work when this legislation passes to go and sort out what's there. There's no doubt about it. Everything you've just described is true, and it's probably a lot worse than even we're aware of. What I would say, though, on this, I think it's important on this point of deterrence as well. I mean, quite clearly, as you've just mentioned, we are starting from such a low bar here that, yes, any legislation is going to have some kind of deterrent effect. But I think it's important to think about not just making sure we hit the gold standard with the piece of primary legislation. Yes, it's also, of course, the resourcing. But ultimately, nothing we can do will create a 100% perfect system. What we're essentially trying to do is remove as much noise from the system to give law enforcement the best possible chance of focusing its resource where it can make the most difference. So I think it's just important not to think about this in sort of zero-sum terms. Is it possible to commit crime or not? It's really just about making the environment something where it's somewhat more manageable to detect, as long as we are doing that and then enforce. Because as it stands, it's the Wild West on that register. If you wanted to do enforcement, we would be here till the end of time.
Yeah, it's absolutely.